Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. HVK all day. Let's get it, man. All right, this is going to be the part 2 of red flags to look out for when dealing with women. All right. So, if you haven't watched the first video that I made, go check it out before you watch this one, because this is just a follow-up for this second one that I'm going to drop. So, I'll leave the link in the description, or the link should be in the description for the first video that I made. All right, so all right, let's start off with number 8, because that's what we left off on. Number 8 is she talks about her ex and dudes she's been with. Okay, this is another red flag, man. That she be like, you ever hung out with a chick and she just starts talking about like guys that she was with in the past, and you're just there like, okay. I've had this happen to me a lot of times, but me back then, I didn't have like the discernment to see through these, what type of chicks these women were, but I've had chicks like that tell me that before. I remember I was like talking to this one girl, and it was like this coworker, and she was literally telling me about this other coworker that she slept with at the same job that I worked at, that we both worked at, and then I just kind of like brushed it off. But looking back on that now, bro, that's just like a red flag. These females are so comfortable, telling you, yeah, like who they've been with and like all this nonsense, bro. Like they be talking about their ex, and when you don't have discernment, man, when you're operating in lust, when you're not on retention, all of these red flags, bro, they'll be invisible to you. Or you will kind of sweep them under the rug and then deal with the drama and the headaches and all the BS later. All right, so that was number 8. She talks about her exes and dudes she's been with, and if she's talking about her ex, man, best believe that she's still talking to him, because she still has that connection with him. What I mentioned in the previous video, is that when somebody gets out of a relationship, that isn't just the end of it. They're still connected to that person spiritually, mentally, and energetically. And if a person doesn't take time to heal, they will go from one relationship to another, bringing a lot of drama, a lot of baggage into that one. And, you don't need that in your life, man. All right. So number 9 is she's easy and throws herself to you sexually. All right. So that's another one, guys. If she's very easy, she she has no respect for herself. That's what it comes down to. That was a clean street bike. It was like a midnight blue. But yeah, she has no respect for herself. If a female is just throwing herself out to you, that's a red flag. That means that she doesn't really care about herself, and that she's probably for the streets, right? Because I've had this happen to me before, and it's kind of a turnoff. Even with how I used to be back then, when a female would be kind of too easy, it would be like, nah, I don't really want you, like, why are you so easy? You know what I'm saying? And that's not somebody to be taken serious, like long term, obviously, right? These chicks just belong to the streets, right? They belong to the streets. And yeah, even Tupac talked about it. He's all like, in one of his songs, he's all like, I forgot how the lyrics went exactly, but he's like, oh, I don't want it if it's that easy. You gotta tease me, or something like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like these women that are too easy, man, you wanna not really take them serious, bro, because they're not wifey material. They're just out here for the streets. All right, going on to number 10. She tries to control you by gaslighting you and making you jealous. Basically playing mind games, because that's what I put. Mind games. All right. So she tries to control you. She tries to, gaslight you. I've had this happen before in past relationships where I was, at a gym with this old ex. And, a gym is a public place, right? So it's natural to look at other people as you're walking by, as you're using the machines. And I had this one ex try to gaslight me, saying that I was like staring at other girls, and using all these mind games to kind of try to have like power over me. I wasn't even looking at like other girls. It's a gym. People look at each other. It's normal. But there's women out there that will kind of use You know, these gaslighting manipulation tactics that they will try to like make you feel like you did something wrong even though you didn't, you know. Or they try to make you jealous, which is another red flag. It's like, why are you trying to make somebody emotional for, you know? And yeah, jealousy and all that low vibrational energy, that you want to stay away from it, man. So that's another red flag that you have to look out for. Is just, you know, mind games, her gaslighting you, trying to make you feel bad. All right. Number 11, she's materialistic. Okay. You want to stay away from these materialistic chicks, because they would just want to drain your time, your energy, and your money. All right. And if somebody is materialistic, you know, that doesn't go well with me, because for me, I don't really care about all that materialism. So it's automatically a red flag for me personally. Like, if somebody's materialistic and just wants to be shopping all the time and just buying all this useless crap, bro, that relationship right there already is spiritually dead. You know, people that are in love with this worldly stuff, they're spiritually dead. They don't have no connection to anything like a higher power. They just want to shop until they drop. And you know, like that song is like, it's like, we're living in a material world and I'm a material girl, some weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, you want to stay away from those type of women, guys. The materialistic ones, because they will try to have you simp for them. You know, they would want you to buy them shit, and yeah, you don't want that, man. You want to avoid these materialistic girls. I mean, it's okay to want nice things, but you want to avoid the ones that be, you know, like the gold diggers. That's basically, you know, no, avoiding gold diggers. Those are materialistic chicks that only like you for what you have, for, you know, flashy clothes or flashy cars or all this stuff, man. But she doesn't like you for you. She just likes your outer appearance. It's all physical. It's all carnal, man. It's all these little matrix things. All right, number 12. She has pounds of makeup. All right, this is another red flag. Is she has pounds of makeup. You know, this is something that is also a turnoff that I have noticed, is when a female is wearing just pounds of makeup. And yeah, that right there is another red flag, because she's kind of like hiding herself in a way, you know? She's hiding her actual beauty with all this artificial nonsense. And when you're on SR, guys, you want chicks that are more organic, you know, non-GMO. Right? That don't need all that extra stuff. You know, when I see chicks with pounds of makeup, red lipstick, freaking those cum lashes, that's what they are, bro. Those big ass eyelashes, I've come to realize, no pun intended, but I realized somebody told me that those eyelashes were actually used for like prostitutes or something, to keep that nut out of their eye. So every time you see a chick with those big ass eyelashes, you'll know why. Is to keep that nut out of that eye. Already dropping bars out here, man. Yeah, you want to avoid those. You know, I like chicks that are more organic, that don't need all that nonsense on them, and you know, they're more humble too. You know, you ever notice the chicks that be all glazed up like a donut? They be more stuck up. But the chicks that are like natural beauty, like they have a natural beauty, they're more authentic. You know. Okay. So number 13 is she's always cussing, you know. And you know, I'm not perfect myself. I be dropping like some cuss words here and there, but when it comes to females that are always dropping F-bombs, that are always cussing, it's just very unattractive, man. And it's not really feminine at all for a woman to be acting like that, just be cussing, or just, yeah, it's just a huge turnoff. You know, so there's nothing really much else to say about that. Is, you know, how a female talks has a lot to say about her personality and how she is. But you know, to a certain extent, right? I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect or anything, or if she says a bad word that you need to cut her off, but you need to use your discernment on it, man. If she's always cussing for every sentence, then that's a red flag. All right. So number 14, I wrote, she has a OnlyFans. So that's another clear sign of you need to avoid her. You know, if she has a OnlyFans, come on, bro. Like, if you are somebody that is talking to a chick and you know that she has a OnlyFans and you're still talking to her, you know, you're just out here like a clown, to be honest. But yeah, OnlyFans is like the ultimate disrespect when it comes to, you know, hanging out with these chicks, because yeah, like, she doesn't obviously respect herself. So, you know, there's people walking by me right now as I'm shooting this video. But yeah, they don't respect themselves, man. They don't respect themselves. So how are you gonna be with somebody that doesn't value themselves and that is just out here for everybody's eyes? You know, it's pretty disgusting. And yeah, they'll try to make themselves like look like they're independent, they're boss chicks, and they don't need a man, but at the same time they're getting their money from a man. You know, all that nonsense, bro. I had this one coworker, this old coworker. She tried to add me on social media, and she had like a OnlyFans link, and I was like, what the heck? You know, I've never subscribed to any of that nonsense, guys. And yeah, so next one is she's vegan. All right, so I wrote down she's vegan because yeah, man, I used to be vegan. Okay, so I'm talking from experience. Okay, but I come to realize that, you know, when it comes to a female that is vegan, she will try to, you know, make you vegan as well, right? If you're with the chick and she has these certain ideologies, she will, like, if she cooks for you, she's not gonna want you to eat any meat. She's gonna want you to eat all this processed crap, right? She's gonna want you to eat these impossible burgers, all this soy chemical slush, right? That's how it might be. I mean, veganism is all right, man. I'm gonna make a separate video for that. But when it comes to like chicks that are like vegan or just want to turn their boyfriends vegan, I've seen it before, guys. You know, I've seen it before, and it's just kind of toxic, man. You know, if a guy wants to eat meat, right, and then he should, man. Okay, like, nobody, like, a chick shouldn't be forcing him to be eating nothing but, you know, vegetables all the time and just all this soy and all this processed stuff, and kind of try to emasculate him pretty much. But yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video on that vegan one. It's gonna be a banger. Okay, so number 16, or this is a bonus one actually, because I was only going to 15. So bonus one for red flags to look out for in women is she doesn't believe in God and is spiritually dead, right? So what I mean by that is she has no spiritual connection to anything, right? But I also wrote down, I guess I could include this one as well, is that she worships crystals and all this new age stuff. All right. You know, when it comes to all like the crystals and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with admiring a crystal, but when you get all into it, you know, you start acting all like a witch, you know, you start acting all cult like, you know what I'm saying? Just like worshiping crystals, that's idolatry, man. You're worshiping everything except the creator. You know, you be saying, oh, thank you universe, or thank you crystal, or thank you you know, all this weird stuff, guys. They worship everything but God. But, you know, I met chicks like this too before, where they have crystals, and, you know, I've had crystals too, but like I said, like, the one thing is having it, right? Because it, you know, it's natural, like, it's something that comes from the earth. But at the same time, when you start worshiping it, when you start treating it like a god, that's a red flag too. And a lot of these chicks are just, you know, they're just spiritually dead. You know, they're spiritually dead, and they're just, I don't know, man. They're just on some weird stuff, right? They be playing with the tarot cards and all this like witch stuff, bro. Like, you put a spell on your ass. But yeah, that's the end of the red flags to look out for in women. Yeah, I had fun writing this down, but let me know your experiences. You know, what red flags did I miss? Let me know. But I think with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. Good thing I made a part 2, because this video would have been too long. So this is the part 2 of red flags to look out for in women. Make sure to go I mean, you should have watched the first one already, but that's basically it, guys. So with that, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.